Dear children, let us continue the chapter Periodic Classification of Elements. In the previous video, we learned about the Mendeleev's periodic law and also about the Mendeleev's periodic table. What is the statement of the Mendeleev's periodic law? It states that the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Accordingly, Mendeleev's periodic law was modified and atomic number was adopted as the basis of modern periodic table. And in this law, the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic mass. Here, this atomic masses is replaced by what? Atomic number. Atomic number. Mendeleev's periodic law was modified and atomic number was adopted as the basis of modern periodic table. And the modern periodic law can be stated as the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. In the place of atomic masses, what you have to take? Atomic number. So, the properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Periodic function of their atomic number. The Mendeleev periodic law is modified as modern periodic law. Then what is the statement of the modern periodic law? The statement of the modern periodic law is the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. The properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. That is the statement of the modern periodic law, because Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number is more fundamental property than its atomic mass. So this Mendeleev's periodic law is modified as modern periodic law. That is, in the place of atomic mass, the word atomic number is considered. In 1913, Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number, which is represented as Z, this atomic number of an element is more fundamental property than its atomic mass. What he showed? The atomic number of an element is more fundamental property than its atomic mass. In the Dobereiner triads, Newland's law of octaves, and also in the Mendeleev's periodic table, the elements are arranged according to the atomic mass. But Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number of an element is the more fundamental property than its atomic mass. You know that atomic number of an element is represented by the letter Z. Z means atomic number. You know about the atomic number. Its symbol is Z. Z represents the atomic number. The atomic number gives us the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, and this number increases by 1 in going from one element to the next. Here, number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, of an element. Number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is the atomic number. And number of protons in an atom is equals to the number of electrons which is moving around the nucleus. That also you know. And in the nucleus there are protons and neutrons. You know that in an atom, nucleus is the central part of the atom and the electrons are moving around the nucleus in the particular orbit. and number of protons equals number of electrons. According to Moseley, the properties of the elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers. The physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number, and this is the law of the modern periodic table. So you take the scientist named Henry Moseley. Henry Moseley showed that atomic number of an element is a atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property, more fundamental property therefore in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic number. So this leads us to the classification known as the modern periodic table. So this led us to the classification known as modern periodic table. Modern periodic table. Then what is modern periodic law? So let us take the statement of the modern periodic law. Modern periodic law. So we read that the modern periodic law can be stated as modern periodic law can be stated as properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Periodic function of their atomic number. In the modern periodic law, the atomic mass is replaced by the atomic number. In the Mendeleev's periodic law, You know the statement, properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses, but in the modern periodic law, properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. The statement, properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers, means that if elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic numbers, then after a fixed interval, properties of elements start repeating. It means elements with similar properties fall in a vertical row. Here the statement is, properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number, means if elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. If the elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic numbers, then after a fixed interval, properties of elements start repeating. It means elements with similar properties fall in a vertical row. Prediction of properties of elements could be made with more precision when elements were arranged on the basis of increasing atomic number. Let us observe the modern periodic table. As we can see, the modern periodic table takes care of three limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. One is the anomalous position of hydrogen, and also the dissimilar and similar elements and their position. Children, observe the modern periodic table. The modern periodic table has 18 vertical columns. Count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. These vertical columns are known as groups. It means there are 18 groups in the periodic table. In the modern periodic table, how many groups are there? 18 groups are there. And 7 horizontal rows are there. They are known as periods. Observe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 horizontal rows are there. These horizontal rows are called periods. So you can say that in the modern periodic table, there are 18 groups and 7 periods. Now let us see what decides the placing of an element in a certain group and period. Observe that all these elements contain the same number of valence electron. Here you see this one, the first group, and the valence electron. Observe the valence electron of hydrogen. You know the electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1, means 1 electron. Valence electron is 1. Again, if you take the lithium, the atomic number of lithium is 3. So it is 1s2, 2s1, means 2 and 1. The valence electron is 1. Similarly, you can have the next element, sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11. The electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Means here 1s2, that is 2 electron in the first K shell, and 2 plus 6, 8 electrons, and again it is having 1 electron in its outermost orbit, which is also called as the valence electron. Similarly, you can have the potassium. Observe the potassium. Potassium atomic number is 19, and you can write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. So here 2, 8, it is 2s, 4s1, 2, 8, 2 plus 6, 8. Second shell is having 8 electron. Third cell is having 8 electron, and the outermost cell is having only 1 electron, that is a valence electron. Similarly, you got that hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, all these are having 1 electron in their outermost orbit, means their valence electron is 1. Similarly, you can verify rubidium is also having 1 electron in its outermost orbit, its valence electron is 1. And this cesium is also having 1 electron in its outermost orbit, means its valence electron is 1. And this francium is also having 1 electron in its outermost orbit, so its valence is also 1. So the first group elements are having the valence electron 1. And again you can observe that second group elements. Here similarly you find out that the elements present in any one group have the same number of valence electron. Here you observe that there are 7 elements in the first group. First group contains 7 elements: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium, and their atomic symbols are noted here: H, Li, Na, K, Rb, Cs, Fr. Then these elements are called as alkali metals, and this group is also called as alkali metal group. Here lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, these are the metals, and here this one is kept separately. Here you observe that hydrogen kept separately, it is not a metal, it is a gas and it is non-metal. And the remaining 6 elements are metals, and they are called alkali metals. They are called alkali metals because the elements of first group easily form alkalis, strong bases, on reaction with water. When these lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium reacts with water to give strong bases, which are also called as alkalis. Bases are also called alkalis, so they are called alkali metals. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium are called alkali metals. Next you come to the second group. In the second group, how many elements are there? Again there are 6 elements: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, francium and barium and radium. And all these are having 2 electrons in their outermost cell. They are having 2 electrons. So you consider beryllium 4. Atomic number of beryllium is 4. So how many electrons are there? 4 electrons are there. You can write the electronic configuration 1s2 and 2s2. So this is the first cell which is having 2 electron, and this is the second cell which is the outermost cell that is having 2 electron. So this beryllium is having the valence electron 2. Valency of beryllium is 2. Next you take the magnesium. The atomic number of the magnesium is 12. So you can write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, that is the second shell. And here it becomes 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. The next one is 3s2. So here 2, 8, 2. This is the valence electron. The valency of magnesium is also 2. And if you consider calcium, so what is the atomic number of calcium? Atomic number of calcium is 20. So if you write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2, 3p6, how much it becomes? 2. Second cell 8, third cell 8. So 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 2, 18, and again the next last outermost cell is having 2 electrons. So the valency of calcium is also 2. In this way, the second group elements are having the valency of 2. What is the valency of the second group elements? The valency of the second group elements is 2. Similarly, you will find that the elements present in any group have the same number of valence electrons. So if you take this group, and here helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, these are the elements which are known as the noble gases, and this 18th group is called zero group. This 18th group is also called zero group. Why is it called zero group? Because their valency is 0. Their valency is 0 means their outermost shell is completely filled up. Their outermost shell is completely filled up. 18th group or zero group contains 6 elements. Here they are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Simply you can say helium is He, neon is Ne and argon is Ar, krypton is Kr, xenon is Xe and radon is Rn. And these are the noble gases. The elements are gases and do not react with any other element in normal conditions. So they are called as inert gases or noble gases because their valency is 0 and they are chemically satisfied. They are having 8 elements in their outermost shell. In their outermost orbit they are having 8 electrons. Between the group 2nd and 13, observe here there are 10 groups, and in the period 4 to 6 you observe in the periods 4 to 6, here 4th period, 5th period and 6th period, and in the group from 3rd to 12 the elements are called transition elements. They are called transition elements. They are transitional elements. Which are the transitional elements? Between 2nd and 13 group there are 10 elements each in the period 4 to 6. Here you observe 2 separate lines, and the first element is here cerium with atomic number 58, and here there is a lanthanum with atomic number 57. As this cerium comes after lanthanum, this line, the elements of these lines are called lanthanides. They are the lanthanides. And after that, here in group 3rd and 6th period, these are the elements of the 3rd and 4th. Here see there 3rd to this one you will get, and up to 71 you will get here. They are the lanthanides. How many elements are there in the lanthanide series? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These 14 elements are called lanthanides. Why they are called lanthanides? Because they comes after lanthanum. They comes after lanthanum. They are called lanthanides. And in the same group with 7th period also. Here you observe in the same group with 7th period, here there is a thorium. It is a thorium with atomic number 90. And here they are the elements after the octanium. That is the octanium, and these are called actinides. They are called actinides, and here these 14 elements are called lanthanides, which comes after lanthanum, and these 14 elements are called actinides, which comes after actinium. The description of periods. On the basis of electronic configuration, first shell or first period completes up to helium. Here see the first period, hydrogen is there and helium is there. So here these two are having only one shell, and this hydrogen is having 1 electron in that shell, and helium is having 2 electrons, and it is chemically satisfied, so it is an inert gas. And this is the first period which is having only 2 elements. Because why it is first period? Because it is having only one shell, first shell, that is the K shell. So the first period contains 2 elements, H and He, hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen and helium, which are having only one shell. That is the first period, 2 elements, very short period. In second shell, electron starts to fill from lithium. Here, this is the second period, and all these elements are having first shell and second shell. 2 shells they are having. They are having 2 shells. So the second shell, in the second shell, electron starts to fill from lithium, and it gets 8 electrons up to neon. Up to neon. What is the atomic number of neon? That is 10. So if you write the electronic configuration, that becomes 2 and 8. You can write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So 8 electrons there in the second shell. So the second shell is completed here. So the second period is having 2 shells, first shell and second shell, K and L shell. After that, in the third shell, so here this is the first shell, first period, first and second shell, 2 shells, second period. And this third period is having third shell, first shell, second shell and third shell. 3 shells are there. So in third shell, electron starts to fill from sodium with atomic number 11 and gets 8 electrons up to argon, that is inert gas. So if you start this from sodium, so that is atomic number of sodium is Na is 11, and its electronic configuration that you can write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So it becomes 2, 8, and next it will be 1. You know that it is in the first group. So in the outermost shell there is only one electron, that is nothing but 3s1. So here the third cell starts to fill up. So electrons start to fill in third shell. 1 electron filled here in the third shell, and 2 electron filled in the third shell, and at the end 8 electrons filled in the argon. So in the outermost shell it is having 1 electron, it is having 2 electron, and aluminium 3 and silicon 4 and phosphorus 5, and again you can sulfur is having 6, and chlorine is having 7, and argon is having 8. So the third shell completed here. So this third period is having 3 shells, first shell, second shell and third shell. That is about the elements of the third period. Next here, fourth period. Fourth period means all these elements are having 4 shells. Here in the fourth shell, electron starts to fill from potassium and gets end from krypton with atomic number 36. So here in the fourth period, all the elements are having 4 shells. That is, in the fourth shell, potassium is having 1 electron, calcium 2, like this way. This krypton is having 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So these all fourth period elements are having 4 shells, K, L, M and N shells. In this way, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th periods are completed with different number of electrons. In this way, the number of elements in different periods are filled up, that is arranged according to the increasing order of their atomic number. And here you observe the elements with 118 atomic number, and 118 elements are arranged in 7 periods and 18 groups. 7 periods and 18 groups. So this modern periodic table was prepared by Bohr and other scientists, mainly the scientist named Bohr took the help of the other chemists and prepared the modern periodic table. As shown in the table, modern periodic table is based on the electronic configuration of elements, even though the law is based on the atomic number. The properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number, and the table is based on the electronic configuration of elements. Elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic numbers in periods and in groups. The elements are placed having similar electronic configuration. Elements having similar electronic configuration or having similar number of electrons in their outermost shells. On examination of electronic configuration of elements, it can be seen that the electronic configuration of the outermost shells of the elements repeat after a certain intervals. Here you observe that, see, hydrogen and lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Here you can observe the repetition in the electronic configuration of the outermost shells. Repetition in the electronic configuration of the outermost shells. Here all are S1, 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 S1. So these ends with S2, 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 S2 like this way. So the outermost electronic configuration is repeating. As the chemical properties of elements depends on the valency electrons, means that is the electrons in the outermost shell of the atom, it seems that the periodic properties of elements is due to similar valencies after a regular interval. Here lithium, sodium all resembles. So it seems that the periodic properties of elements is due to similar valencies after a regular interval. So if you take the example, that is, if we start with lithium, which has one electron in its outermost shell. Lithium is having one electron in its outermost shell. Then it comes sodium. Sodium, which has the configuration 281. It is also having one electron in its outermost shell. Next, potassium. Potassium 2881. It is also having one electron in its outermost shell. In this way, the first group elements are having one electron in their outermost shell. So they are having similar properties. They are having similar chemical properties. We can say that groups in the periodic table signify an identical outer shell electronic configuration. Groups in the periodic table, elements in the groups are having identical outer shell electronic configuration. On the other hand, the number of shells increases as we go down the group. Here you know that only one shell, two shell, three shell, four shell, like this way. The number of shells increases as we go down the group. So what is clear here? Groups in the periodic table signify an identical outer shell electronic configuration. Groups, they are having identical outer shell electronic configuration. And the number of shells increases as we go down the group. Here number of shells increases as we go down the group. That is the main feature of this modern periodic table. There is an anomaly when it comes to the position of hydrogen, because it can be placed either in group 1 or in group 17. It is already discussed in the Mendeleev's periodic table, because this hydrogen shows both the properties of these alkali metals and also it shows the properties of halogens, chlorine, chlorine, bromine. So as it resembles both alkali metals and halogens, it can be placed in group 1 or in group 17. It can be placed either in group 1 or group 17 in the first period. So, but here it is placed in the first. So, describe, let us take the question for this. Describe modern periodic table. Modern periodic table, or it is also called long form periodic table. Long form of periodic table. So you write model periodic table was prepared by Bohr and other chemists. Bohr and other chemists. Modern periodic table is modern periodic table is based on the electronic configuration of elements. Based on the electronic configurations of elements. In the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic number. Increasing order of their atomic number in periods and groups. In periods and groups. The elements are placed having similar electronic configuration are placed elements having similar electronic configuration or having similar number of electrons in their outermost shells. In their outermost shells placed in the groups, placed in same groups. Now let us discuss about the periods, that is the description of periods. Description of periods. On the basis of electronic configuration, first shell or period completes up to helium. First shell or period completes up to helium. Completes up to helium. So first period is having, so first period contain contains two elements, H and He. H and He. H is the hydrogen, He is the helium. In second shell, electrons start to fill. Electron starts to fill from lithium, that is Li, and it gets 8 electrons, and it gets 8 electrons up to Ne. Ne is neon, that is atomic number 10. So second period contains 8 elements. So we write, so second period contains 8 elements. They are lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. In the third shell, electrons start to fill from sodium. Electrons start to fill from sodium and get and get 8 electrons up to argon. That is atomic number 18. Atomic number 18. And the third period contains, so you write third period contains 8 electrons. That is Na sodium, Mg magnesium, aluminium Al, silicon Si, phosphorus P, sulfur S, chlorine Cl and argon Ar. These are the 8 elements in the third period. Similarly, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh periods are completed with different number of electrons, with different number of electrons. In this way, number of elements in different periods is as follows. In this way, number of elements in different periods is as follows. So let us write that one by one. Period, that is for one column, and number of elements. So first period you take. First period, that is elements, 2 elements, that is very short period. And second period, how many elements are there? 8. And also third period also 8 elements, and these are short period, not very there, but they are short. They are the short period. Next, fourth and fifth period are having 18 elements. So you take fourth and fifth period. They are having 18 elements. So you can consider that is the long period. And seventh, that is the sixth period, is having 32 elements. That is very long period. And seventh, that is the incomplete period. So write seventh period. There are 23 elements, but it is incomplete. It is not completed, so it is incomplete period. In this way, 118 elements are arranged in 7 periods. In this way, 118 elements are arranged in how many period? In 7 period. In 7 periods. That is about the periods. Here 7 periods are there, and in the first period there are 2 elements, hydrogen and helium, as they are having only one shell. Second shell, 8 elements are there, they are having 2 shells. Third shells also having 8 elements. Similarly, you can say that here 4th and 5th periods are having 18 elements, that is they are long period, and 7th, that is having 32 elements, which is considered as very long period. After that, 7th period is not completed, so only 23 elements are there, so you can consider it is an incomplete period. In this way, 118 elements are arranged in 7 periods. Now let us discuss about the groups. Description of groups. You take description of group. Then what are groups? Vertical columns in the periodic table. Vertical columns in the periodic table are called as groups. Are called as groups. How many groups are there? There are 18 groups in the periodic table. There are 18 groups in the modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table. So let us take the first group. First group contains how many elements? That is discussed already. 7 elements are there in the first group. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write first group contains 7 elements. First group contains first group contain how many elements? 7 elements. Which are that elements? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium Na, and potassium K, rubidium. These are the elements. And next, cesium, right, Cs, and also francium, Fr. These are the elements. Here you observe the elements: hydrogen, helium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. These are the 7 elements in the first group. These elements are called as alkali metals, and this group is also called as alkali metal group because the element of first group easily form alkali on reaction with water. So here you can note down that their electronic configuration. Their electronic, here you know that their electronic configuration ends with one electron. Ends with one electron. Example, you can have hydrogen 1 and lithium you can have 2 1 and sodium 2 8 1 and potassium 2 8 8 1. Here you observe the electronic configuration. The valency is 1. It means you can say that is the example. Their valency is 1. Is 1, and these elements are called as alkali metals. These elements are called as alkali metals. Alkali metals. And this group is called as alkali metal group, and this group is called alkali metal group. Alkali metal group. And also you can say that because the elements of first group easily form alkalis. Because elements of first group easily form alkalis. Alkalis means strong bases. Strong bases on reaction with water. On reaction with water. So here lithium forms lithium oxide, so lithium hydroxide, and sodium forms sodium hydroxide, potassium forms potassium hydroxide. Like this way they are the strong bases which are also called alkalis. So these metals are called alkali metals. Next, let us go to the second group. Second group contains how many elements? Let us observe here. Second group contains here 1 2 3 4 5 6 elements. What are they? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, francium, barium and radium. These are the 6 elements in the second group. So write second group contains second group contains 6 elements. Their electronic configuration ends with, you know that, 2 electrons. Their valence is 2. So write they are what? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, francium, barium and radium. The electronic configuration of second group elements ends with 2 electrons. So here you can observe that first one, that is beryllium, its atomic number is 4. So that is 2 2. Next, magnesium, that is 12. You can take 2 8, 2 plus 8 becomes 10, and the outermost is 2. Again you can take calcium, that is 20. So that is 2 8 8, that 8 plus 8 16 plus 2 20. Again the outermost is having 2 electrons. Their valency is 2. It means what you can say, their valency is 2. Their valency is 2. So here the second group elements having the valency 2, first group valency is 1. Similarly you can continue this, and these second group elements are called alkaline earth metals. Second group elements are called alkaline earth metals. And this group is called alkaline earth metal group because their oxides are alkaline in nature and present on earth. So the word earth is taken here, alkaline earth metal, and this group is called, and second group is called alkaline earth metal group. Alkaline earth metal group because their oxides are alkaline in nature and present on earth. Alkaline in nature and present on earth. And 13th to 17th, all the group contains 5 elements each. 17th group contains 5 elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. So you take third one, you take 13th to 17th. 13th to 17th, all the groups contains the group contains 5 elements. 5 elements each. 17th group contains 5 elements. 17th group contains 5 elements. They are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine, At. These elements are called halogens, and this group is called halogen group because the elements react with metals to form salts. So write, these elements are called, these elements, these 5 elements, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine are called halogens, and this group is called, halogen group. Halogen group because the elements reacts with metals to form salts. Here halo means salt. Halo means what? Salt. So these reacts with metals to form salts because these elements react with metals to form salts. You know the sodium chloride, which is the cooking salt, NaCl. Similarly, KCl. Here Na is the metal and chlorine is the halogen. Here the potassium is metal and chlorine is the halogen. Similarly, you can have then NaBr, KBr. These are the salts with the halogen. So the halogen reacts with metals to form the salts. Halo means salt. So they are called halogen. The 18th group is called zero group. 18th group is called zero group. And this group contains 6 elements. This group contains 6 elements: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These elements are gases and do not react with any other element in normal conditions. These are gases and do not react with any other element in normal condition. Normal conditions. So they are inert gases are noble gases. So they are called inert gases or noble gases, inert gases or noble gases. And one more thing you can think about the transitional elements, lanthanides and actinides, so that you can observe in the periodic table. So you observe here lanthanides, actinides and these are the transitional elements. So in the modern periodic table, so it is clear that groups in the modern periodic table modern periodic table signify an identical outer shell electronic configuration, an identical outer shell electronic configuration. The number of shells increases as we go down the group. Number of shells increases as we go down the group. And one more thing, there is an anomaly when it comes to the position of hydrogen. Hydrogen can be placed either in the group 1 or group 17, but it is kept in the first period. Hydrogen is kept in the first group, even though it resembles both first and 17 group. First and 17th group in the first period. Because that is based on its electronic configuration. Because its electronic configuration is same as the elements in the first group. It is also observed that number of valence shell electrons increases by 1 unit as the atomic number increases by 1 unit. As the atomic number increases by 1 unit, moving from left to right in a period. Left to right in a period. So it is also observed that number of valence shell electrons increases by 1 unit as the atomic number increases by 1 unit.